Okay, this is a quick video explaining a phenomenon that can occur when you transfer a mono disc with a stereo cartridge. And essentially what can happen is you can end up with a timing offset, a small timing offset between the left and the right channel of the recording. And that offset can be dynamic. It can change. The amount of delay between the two channels can change as the side of the record plays back. So what I have here is Lighton and Hopkins recording. I pulled this from the Grade 78 project. This was transferred by George Blood Audio. Thanks, George Blood Audio. This is a 1955-ish recording, so kind of the tail end of shellac records, at least in the United States. I'm using the 3.3 mil stylus version, and this is completely flat. So let's hear what this sounds like.
John, I've almost lost my mind.
Okay, so in playBackEQ, we have this delay alignment feature, and this can be static. We can set it to some value in microseconds. You can see it can either be negative or positive. If this value is negative, that means we're delaying the left channel because it was ahead, and if it's positive, that means we're delaying the right channel. So we can also set this to dynamic mode, and in dynamic mode, what it's going to do is it's going to take in a frame of audio. It's going to find the amount of delay that makes the two channels align the best, and it's going to spit that out as an estimate. And then that estimate is going to get rolled into kind of a running average, and that average is going to be kind of an aggregate of all the estimates weighted by how recently they were made and how confident we are in the estimate, which is based on how noisy we think the audio is in that frame. Okay, so let's see what happens if we play this back and we turn on dynamic delay compensation.
I've been grieving over you, baby.
So it's giving us an estimate here. It says at that point it's about negative 18.7 microseconds. The best way to hear a small delay, something like this, when you're summing two things to mono, is to invert the phase on one channel and listen for the cancellation. If we're perfectly aligned, the cancellation of the signal should be more or less complete. And as the two channels become more offset with respect to one another, that cancellation should be less complete. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this into vertical mode, which is going to invert the phase of the right channel. We're already summing to mono, and we'll go ahead and make sure it's balanced too, because the cancellation is going to be a function of whether we have the same amplitude in both the left and right channel as well. So we're going to balance them as well. Okay, so we learned the balance. It was about right to begin with. And you can hear that we've got some cancellation. It's not perfect. Let's go ahead and turn the alignment on here. So what that's going to do is as we play this back, it's going to actually use this estimate of the delay between the two channels to align them. So let's listen to this. So hopefully you can hear that the cancellation is never perfect, and that's probably for a few reasons. One of which is if there's distortion that's not equal on both channels, then it's never going to fully cancel. But hopefully you can also hear that when we turn the alignment on, the cancellation becomes more complete. So let's play that back one more time so we can hear it. So hopefully you can hear the signal become louder when I turn the alignment off. Now, the other thing that's really important here is our number, our amount of delay that's being estimated, that's changing as we play this thing back. So there's not a single value that's going to work for the entire side of the record. If I go back to the beginning, We're getting this value like 8.7 microseconds as a skip to the middle. Now we're at negative 26, negative 25, and towards the end, we're at negative 50, and you can hear that the leakage becomes much worse as the delay becomes larger. So again, so I'm not really here to make any claims about how audible that may or may not be in your particular situation. It does clearly cut into the audio band because we can hear that cancellation becoming more complete. But whether that matters really probably depends a lot on your disc that you're working with in your ears. I chose a particularly bad one, bad in the sense that there's a lot of offset between the two channels with this transfer to illustrate the point. A lot of times you'll see discs where this is, sub 10 microseconds or even less across the whole side, and that may not require any intervention at all. So I hope that elucidates this phenomenon just a little bit. Thanks for watching.